Hola, cómo estás? Yo, I'm real like trying to learn Spanish, but I need to stay consistent so that I can learn Spanish because I'm ready to speak in Spanish to the gospel, like for the gospel. Yes, I want to speak in Spanish. Like I want everybody to feel what I gotta say. Yes, indeed, that's very important. But anyways, guys, how you doing today? Okay, um, I have a message today. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Today, I want to speak on how you feel about yourself is not how God feel about you or sees you. Okay? Start looking at yourself how God view you and not what your mind tell you or others around you. Remember, the enemy, he prowls around seeking to see who he can devour. Do not forget that. Okay? Peter said that. First Peter 5 through 8. Start thinking highly of yourself. Tell yourself, I am somebody. Always tell yourself that because you are. You wouldn't be still alive if God didn't have a purpose for you, right? That's why you see the enemy always target the mind. Because if he could get you through the mind, he got you. Okay? So start telling the enemy you are a liar and the truth ain't in you. I am who my father say I am. And I am wonderfully and beautifully made. The mind is one of the most important parts of your body, of course. Okay, it helps us think, it helps us do a lot of things. So the way you think is the way your life is going to be, right? So y'all, okay, as I was on my fast, I don't know if y'all went seen it on YouTube when I spoke about it or whatever, but I was on a 21-day fast, but I actually did 24 days, and at the end of the three, I did a dry fast. Okay, so with that being said, I was watching David and Goliath. Once again, I seen it on Tubi, and I felt like, okay, I never once clicked on it, but that just lets you know that God have a time for everything. You know, how you ever had a moment to where you want to watch something, but you didn't watch it at that moment, but at the right time you watch or you heard what you needed to hear. Okay, it was the right time for me to hear this. So I want to give a little insight of the movie, and y'all should definitely go watch it because it's very good. David and Goliath, I love that story. Um, I want to say, I want to give a message on how what Samuel told to David when he wanted to give up. And I feel in my heart strongly that the Lord want me to share it with you guys because you are his babies. And I wrote this on August 10th. Samuel asked David, what troubles you? David said, I know how to be a shepherd, a dedicated servant, and now I'm learning about the sword and iron. And we know those things are strength, okay? And how to be strong. How to be a warrior? David laughed. What troubles me is God chose me for a far greater purpose, and I don't know how to be king. Samuel laughed and said, nor do I, but the crown will be yours to wear, David. How or when, I do not know. David said then, why did God choose me? Samuel said, God teaches us not to judge a man by his height or his appearance. Man looks at all those things. Or better said, external qualities. But God judges man by that which cannot be seen. The truth within a man, the truth within his heart. You are a man after God's own heart, David. Faithful and true. David said, well, what about the others? David then said, well, what about the others? Jashop is faster. Shamar is stronger. Eleazar is more skilled. How am I to measure up to God's standard if I am not the best? Samuel then said, a warrior is not his sword nor his shield, nor is he the sum of his strength. Okay? And training. You want to be perfect, but you never will be. My bad, guys. Every warrior eventually faces defeat. He will fight and he will lose. It's what inside a warrior's heart that makes him furious, that makes him powerful. While God desires us to be perfect, he does not expect it. All he asks is that we keep on trying to always keep going and to be strong, to be forged like iron. We are meant for so much more than this existence. What he has promised is going beyond imagination. Even though we are not perfect, even though we are undeserving of his grace. So David, and I'm talking about you when I say David because you are a David. You are strong. You are wonderfully made. You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. What does God want from you? He wants you to answer those questions that burn inside of you. Am I prepared for the next battle? Do I have what it would take? When the answer to those questions is yes, and you have faith in your heart, then it's time to boldly face the enemy. And life will be filled with dangers. At times, it will seem as if you are all alone in the field of lions, all hungry to spot your weaknesses, prowling, waiting to attack. At that moment when all is against you and you begin to doubt yourself and you fear that you are not ready and that you are not prepared, listen for that voice inside of you, that voice inside of your heart, the voice that says you are ready, you are prepared, you have given everything, for that is the voice of God. Abandon your fears and doubts, David, and I'm talking about you. Abandon those thoughts and those fears, okay? For when God is with you, no one can stand against you. Okay, period. Okay, it's better said than done. I understand. But we real life, that's having faith in God. We real life have to believe. We have to believe that Jesus Christ will do the unmatched in our life, even when we scared. Successful people that make it in life, guys, because of fear. They did it fearfully. They did it unknowingly. They did it because they know that, okay, if I take this risk without waiting for the perfect weather to plant the seed, you might miss it. That's in the Bible as well. Okay? With that being said, David's defeat over Goliath became legendary. In time, David united the tribes of Israel and established his own kingdom. Not his own, but God gave it to him. You know what I'm saying. Okay? Anything we have comes from God. His life was one of the constant battles, but he never lost faith. Quote, quote, at me as well. Yes, indeed. But I'm coming to give you some encouragement. We all need that encouragement in life. Like, we need that encouragement. So y'all, with that being said, I hope that opened up your eyes. And God is just so beautiful and so merciful and so loving and caring at heart that he wanted me to read this to you guys. Okay? That was a message for real, for real. Like, God is so beautiful. He loves us so much and he don't want you to doubt yourself, okay? If God brought you to it, he gonna bring you through it. Never forget, okay? Because he love you. Why would he want you to fail? Make it make sense. So yes, guys, I'm going to work on my Spanish, huh? Yeah. But I love you guys so much. And lift your heads up. You guys this. You have Christ. You cannot fail. Stop listening to the enemy. He's a liar.